Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cosmic Haven. So, exciting news. This is going to be our last week in this space doing readings because my office is finished except for the shelves that I need. So, for the most part, I have been doing, I literally have been doing everything myself, from building cabinets and chairs and things like that to painting the walls to fixing up patches in the drywall. I've been doing all of that. But your girl is a little short and also needs help with heavy lifting, and also needs help because I am afraid that if I drill holes into these walls to put in shelves, that they will come out uneven. And so I'm having a reliable person do that because I just don't trust myself to do that. All right. So this is going to be our last week in this space because I want the backdrop to be decorated and pretty for y'all. Yay, I'm so excited. Also, I will be at the Ferndale Wellness Fair and Farmers Market May 16th from 10 to 5. So if you're in the Ferndale area and want to come check it out, please do so. Even just come in and say hi. That would be amazing. Okay. So we're going to get started with the Lineages of Change Tarot deck. I'm filming this on the full moon, so I hope this 1st of May Beltane has been amazing for you guys. Okay. It's chilly in here. It's chilly up in Michigan. We're dealing with it though. Okay. So what does Spirit have for us? Oh my gosh. These cards are velvety and stick together. Oh, the divine force of Earth. So the divine force of Earth is really just telling you to stand firm and stand tall and stand your ground in situations. Stand your ground in setting boundaries and being like, this is who I am. This is what I'm coming here to do. This is what I want in life. And if you're in the way, get out the way. All right, if you're trying to play with my energy, stop playing with my energy. I'm not playing. I'm here for success. I am here for abundance. I am here for a life of satisfaction and fulfillment in every aspect. So if you cannot satisfy every one of my needs in the way I want and in a way that is reciprocated energy, then we have got to go. All right, we have got to part ways. This is really standing in your authentic self. Be that. Be that queen, be that king, be whatever you need to be. 4 of Fire. So this is heavy masculine energy coming in to provide structure, to provide safety and support. Being like, you know what? I've been too kind. Too I've been too amiable, all right? Pacifying your every whim, pacifying your every need. If you guys are fire signs, really listen up, okay? If you guys are fire signs, really listen up. Because I don't know why you're being so nice with all that fiery energy when people are just dousing it with water. I don't know why I said it like that. But basically dousing it, like dimming your shine. What are you doing? Okay? So we are really here to stand in our power, stand tall, release cords that don't serve us. There are a lot of energetic cords, a lot, and this is a healing process. So of course, it's like, okay, hindsight being 2020, would we have stuck around in these situations? Some of you situationships for as long as you have been sticking around in these situationships. And by situationship, I do not even necessarily mean totally romantic. Friendships can be situationships, okay? Family relationships can be situationships. Whatever that situation is with those relations, you don't have to deal with that anymore, okay? It's draining you. You have so much going for you right now. You have put in that work, and people coming at you and not being responsible or holding themselves accountable for their life choices and asking you to save them, asking you to take care of them, that's not healthy. That's really holding you back. That's like the old ball and chain. So really be aware, be cognizant. I'm making sure this is on. This is on. Okay. I don't know why I was paranoid about that. But be very aware, be very cognizant of who is here for you and who is here not for you. And set boundaries accordingly. So people don't have to, not everybody belongs in your inner circle. All right. Not everybody belongs in that inner circle. Some people belong, if we're talking about like, I don't know why, like the 7 layers of hell. Sometimes we just like to be in hell. I don't know. But if we're talking about like those different, or Saturn's rings, okay, different rings, they can be in the third or fourth or fifth ring, okay? They don't necessarily have to be in your immediate vicinity. They can be in your third and fourth ring, and you can have a healthy relationship there. There are some people who I know are just strictly for business, and some people who are like the nearest and dearest friends. I still have healthy relationships with people who are strictly here for business, okay? It's time to acknowledge those boundaries and acknowledge that they're here for a reason, and you can have a harmonious relationship without giving everything. Because if they cannot give what you are giving, then they need to be in those sixth or seventh rings, okay? Oh, I don't know why I set that down. Ace of Air. So there's going to be a lot of clarity, a lot of revelations about thoughts and belief systems about why you are letting certain people into your life, why you are continuing to let people into your life. Some of it feels like it's going to be like past life messages and past life lessons. So just be very aware. I know like getting into the past lives thing can be a little bit confusing, a little bit complicated. Realize that while there are past lives, that's not your current life. That's not your current situation. So you can let that stuff go and you don't have to hold on to that past life karma. All right. So really just be like, oh, okay, that's a past life thing. We're going to release that. You can do a cord release meditation if you want. Like, we can do a Reiki session on this. Okay. So we can do a long distance Reiki session if we need to. But there are ways to release these cords because, like, you don't want past life stuff holding you back. And you don't necessarily want to fixate on past life things, but sometimes people get so fascinated and kind of like, so this is a really clear message, like be very careful when you're working with past lives, um, because people get so stuck and fixated on the harm that they have received maybe during a past life that they traumatize themselves further. uh Release the stuff, okay? There was a lesson, learn that lesson and release that stuff and move on, okay? Because you're here in this life for a reason. You don't necessarily need to be super fixated on the past life. I'm just saying some of that stuff might be coming up for you to release, okay? We have got this Eight of Earth here, and I'm checking to see. These cards are really thick. Um, so sometimes they double up. So Eight of Earth, stay focused and disciplined. This is really a call. There is a lot of energy going on right now to stay grounded and to stay level. If you are, especially if you are practicing spiritual, intuitive, psychic phenomena, go slowly, take your time, be disciplined, meditate first and foremost. I tell people, like, at the end of the day, I don't care about how psychic I may be or about how powerful I could be. I'm here to be authentic. I'm here to be real. Okay. I'm here to be grounded in who I am here on this earth and not so ungrounded that I'm just letting every single entity into my being because, like, that's really not healthy. So, really ground yourself, stay calm, stay centered. Like I said, with the past life things, some other energies may be appearing in your life. They can be guides, they can be angels, they can be ancestral. Use discernment when these beings show up. So you can ask them, what do they want? Why are they here? You can feel into their energy, seeing if you like it or don't like it. Cleanse yourself whenever you're doing psychic work. So I like to use salt in my baths. I make salt scrubs, things like that. But really, and if you need to ask questions about protection, like drop it in the comments below and we can talk about that, okay? So really allow yourself to be disciplined with it, but know that your gifts are waking up within you, and just be prepared for that in a grounded way. All right. It's not necessarily like bracing yourself out of fear. It's like grounding yourself, like, okay, let's do this. Like, calm and prepared. Okay. We have got the seed of earth in reverse. So it feels like there are some disappointments and setbacks maybe this week. Things you thought were going to take form and take shape might be starting slowly. It- and some of it really could be like these weather changes making people still in that hibernation phase. So while things might seem to be like speeding up but then stopping abruptly, it's kind of shifting with the weather. People really don't know what they're doing because of this weather. So really be cognizant of this start and stop, and know that your time is coming. It's just like there has to be some pauses, there has to be some stillness, because the energy is so strong that's coming through that it can leave people feeling ungrounded. It can leave people really not prepared for the things that they're manifesting in their lives. And if you're not prepared for it, then you're not going to fully appreciate what it is, and it's going to slip out of your hands. So give time for these pauses, meditate, try to be out in nature. If you're in Michigan, it's a little cold, but try to be out in nature, okay? At least for like 10 minutes. But there is going to be a little bit of a start and stop this week, so be prepared for that. We've got this Two of Fire, and this is kind of like your your mind and your spirit is literally split, which is leading to indecisiveness, because a part of you really wants to be logical and be methodical, like this is the way it needs to happen, this is the way that makes sense, I need to feel safe, I need to feel secure, this is the way it's normally been, me going back to these same environments, me going back to these same people, me going back to this little safety net. But that safety net is not safe, all right? It's an illusion. It's more like a Venus flytrap. You think it's a net, and then it turns into this giant plant that's going to eat you. So really be prepared. Don't fall back into those old patterns. Don't fall back into those old beliefs. Keep moving forward with what your soul wants you to do. Keep staying strong and focused internally on your heart's desire and what you're bringing forth. And yeah, a lot of it seems so terrifying because it's like, okay, that safety net is gone. Uh, that safety net is gone. However, you're going to get used to like riding through in more of a surrendered way of being. All right. You're going to get used to being in the unknown. It's finding comfort in the unknown. So it's like, yeah, a lot of things may be coming up, especially financially wise, especially business wise, and even a lot of bit relationship wise, like especially because you're moving past certain relationships and being like, oh, okay, like I might be alone again, or I might feel isolated again, uh, and my source of income might not be what I expect it to be, and i'm just at I'm at ground zero again, like I'm starting over. What is this? However, life is about these cycles of death and rebirth. We are constantly being asked to surrender and let go and move into the next and move into the next and transform and evolve into the next and really empower yourself with that transformation in a grounded, safe way. Again, in a grounded, safe way. So, yeah, looking at it and being like, okay, looking at these old patterns, looking at these old relationships, looking at these old systems that you used to find comfort in, and finding that you don't necessarily find comfort in these things anymore is okay. It's a sign. Your soul is telling you it's a sign to move on. Okay. We have got the mother of air. So it feels like there's people who are going to try to gaslight you because they feel you moving away, because they feel you leaving and moving on and growing and evolving, and they want you to stay that little baby forever. However, you cannot. You've got to go and be your fullest self and embrace who you are, and know that you've outgrown these spaces. And this is a sign to some of them, you're just going to have to go completely silent. Some of them you're just going to have to completely detach from because they just aren't going to get that you want to move on, that you want to be independent, that you want to be grown and not have leeches in your energy anymore. So a lot of them you might have to go silent for. And like that's the most powerful, one of the most powerful forms of communication is just going silent, because that's just saying, I'm done. I've tried to explain it to you. I've tried to tell you how I felt. I've tried to pacify you. I've tried to stick into this system, but it's not working anymore. It's not making me happy anymore. And so I've got to move on, and I've got to grow, and I've got to embrace my desires and embrace my fulfillment and explore new things. And yeah, I may trip and fall at times, but it's a lot better than staying stagnant and staying stuck in a system that really no longer serves me. I'd rather trip and fall 10 times than stay trapped in an environment that is hindering my growth. At least I can get back up and brush my knees off and keep moving forward. All right. So, really keep moving forward. Keep doing what you got to do. Go silent if you need to. All right. That is power. We've got the Chariot as well. So with this Chariot, focus on your goals, focus on your growth, like focus on your internal guide. Okay. Meditate every morning. I keep saying meditate. Some of you are not meditating as much as you could be. Some of you are not clearing your mind as much as you could be. So like as a Reiki master, I start with the head first and foremost. Plus I'm a Virgo. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. I just think a lot. So I have to clear my head a lot. I start with the head first and foremost. Then I get into the rest of my body. And then I see what thoughts are reoccurring, what obsessions my mind wants to fixate on. And I just let them flow and let them be until they want to fade away. And then I notice, oh, they faded into something else. Oh, they faded into something else. Oh, this is a new thought. Then it starts getting silent and it starts getting peaceful. And then the messages occur like, oh, you should go to the library today, or you should apply for this job today. Little internal guidances to so really allow yourself to meditate, allow yourself to be silent, and then move forward with focus. That is balancing the mind and the spirit. That is the balance that is needed. So the Chariot really has control of the physical and the astral planes, the physical and the spiritual planes. So they're able to be present in both and move forward in alignment with themselves. Take time for silence, take time for meditation, take time to clear out the mind patterns that really aren't helping you. Release those and then move forward, okay? Allow the mind to be silent. And I know people don't like hearing allowing the mind to be silent anymore because that's impossible. That's impossible. No, the what is happening is you're trying, okay? So people are trying to force their mind to be silent. No, you let it talk until it's done talking, okay? Like you let it go on, it might go on and on for hours, but eventually it's going to shut up. All right? Trust that. It will eventually shut up. It'll eventually get tired of going in circles. And like that little puppy, it's going to lay down and take a nap. All right, let it do that. We've got this Two of Air in reverse. So it's like you're split in two worlds right now. This week might just be you're a little bit split in two worlds because like you're moving forward into new endeavors. However, there are some cords, some energies that keep pulling you back. So really allow yourself to mindfully, when you notice those cords, do a cord release. There's lots of meditations on YouTube. Or just say, okay, I see that attachment. I'm willing to let it go. And it's going to start letting go. It is a pattern, but it'll start letting go slowly but surely. For some of you, it might take some time, but it's okay. But you really are in two worlds right now because like your spirit's already there. Your spirit's already at that point of greatness. It's just the mind and the body are being a little bit held back. It's okay. You're going to have a breakthrough and you're going to move through that. We've got this ancestral wisdom. So this new purpose remember your ancestors brought you here, all right? They did so much just so you could be here in this moment. Why wouldn't you have the most fullest, most beautiful, most brilliant life possible? Okay. Really acknowledge that each and every day. Talk with your ancestors each and every day. They want you to succeed. They want you to be happy. They want you to have that ideal relationship. They want the healthy ancestors, okay? The healthy ancestors. So use discernment, call on your most honorable ancestors because some of them, like the biracial butterfly that I am, I realize that some of them are trash and don't necessarily like the color of my skin. Okay, but a lot of them really want me to be here right now, living my best life, and that's what I'm going to do because they work too hard to put me here where I'm at. Okay, so why would I disappoint them by just settling for anything less than greatness? So really take time to honor them and they will help you continue moving forward. They will help you release these cords. They will keep helping you and keep supporting you and give you that sense of groundedness. The honorable ancestors will help you ground and align to your purpose and open these intuitive abilities in a safe way, all right, in a sustainable way. Allow that to happen, okay? So, yeah, that's my little spiel on ancestry. If you would like to book a reading, you can head on over to thecosmichaven.com. So I do online FaceTime, Zoom bookings. I also do long distance Reiki if you are out of the area, all right? And let's see, we've got gratitude. So start looking at everything and being grateful. At night, either write it down or meditate on like 5 things you're grateful for. In the morning, when you're on your meditation mat, if you are, or in a chair, or just like lying in bed, think about how amazing and how grateful you are to take your first breath in the morning, to wake up every morning, to be in a comfy bed, to have a safe place, to be supported by people. Just start having gratitude for every little thing in your life and watch where that takes you. Start seeing the abundance and the beauty of life again. All right. Thank you all very, very much for coming to this little talk, coming to this little reading. I hope you all have a wonderful week and take care.